Oh my God, bro. This fucking stinks. I cannot believe we lost. Okay, I can't believe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I low-key called the loss after a specific moment. Some news, let's just say that after I heard that news, I knew we were gonna lose. But it just sucks. It sucks. And it's not even just the loss part that's killing me right now. What kills me is the fact that I have to watch two of my biggest ops duel it out for the championship. And it fucking stinks. Like, I don't even know which team to root it for, because just like, which death would you rather have? Anyways, I'm not here to talk about that weak ass finals. I'm here to talk about series versus Thunder and Spurs. Break down why we lost. Just my overall thoughts on the series. Now, before I start, I just want to ask you guys to like and subscribe, and also show love to these delusional podcast, best podcast on the fucking planet, where my handsome self and a bunch of ugly ass niggas hop on a podcast, talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the rest of the league. The link should be in the description below. Anyways, let's get to it. Now, going into the series, I cannot lie, I was so hyped to watch these two teams play. I mean, just think about this for a second. This is like a rivalry that's been around for years. Two teams that are going to run the West for years to come. And you basically had the battle for the best player on the planet. So I was super psyched, not only as a Thunder fan, but as an NBA fan in general. And you know what sucks? After this series, I don't even feel that way anymore. Matter of fact, this has to be the worst playoff series I've ever watched from an NBA fan standpoint. And yes, this is worse than the Blazers series. This is worse than any other series that we've suffered through as Thunder fans. I'd rather watch the Thunder blow a 3-1 lead again versus the Golden State Warriors. I don't give a fuck at this point. And the reason why I say this is because of how the NBA covered it. They made that shit fucking unwatchable. Everywhere you went, it was free throws, flop, fall rate. They made a whole new stat. Everybody dick eating left and right. NBA fans watching the refs instead of the basketball players. It was a fucking awful watch. And before you guys tell me, why don't you just get off of Twitter? I did. And I still heard Reggie Miller doing the same shit on broadcast. You literally couldn't run away from it. And what sucks is nothing, I mean nothing, not a single thing spoken about when it comes to that series was about basketball. And this is coming from both sides, by the way. Not even just Spurs fans and the media. It was also Thunder fans. Just rewatching and reposting plays in slow motion, trying to get sympathy out of niggas. Like, what are we doing? I'm gonna be real. I'm fine with SHAI slander. As a matter of fact, I'll laugh at it sometimes because sometimes shit can just be funny when they're clowning your favorite player. But my nigga, get a new joke. And you know what also sucks about the coverage of the series? It's not the fact that they just didn't cover the Thunder well. I feel like they just didn't cover the Spurs enough. They spent the whole time talking about foul blading and flopping, when in reality, what they really should have done was broke down how the Spurs pulled out a masterclass defensively against the Thunder. This was by far and away the worst series of SHAI's career. And 50% of that was because of the Spurs and what they were doing on the court. Yet nobody is gonna know that because of how they covered the game. And I'm gonna be honest, it sucks. But as more time passes, I understand why they did it. Because at the end of the day, this business, this NBA, it's not about actually pleasing the basketball fans. It's about getting money. Filling your pockets. How do you get that money? Attract casual fans. And let's be real, casual fans aren't addicted to the X's and O's like we are. You know what casual fans do like though? Drama, narratives, and bullshit. Let's just be honest. And to be honest, his plan worked because this was one of the most watched series in NBA history. And it wasn't even for basketball reasons. So I commend him for doing his job. But as an NBA fan, fucking awful coverage. Injuries was the biggest reason why we lost this series. I don't think people understand why many of us call this Thunder team a super team. We call it that because when healthy, we're one of the best teams in NBA history. We're also incredibly deep. That being said, when you take away 2 of our 3 ball handlers, guess what's going to happen? We're not going to look as good. It's not even just that though. All those role players who were looking so great during the regular season, they immediately lose value because they're being forced to do things that they've never done in their career. Like instead of guys like Cason Wallace and Jared McCain being spot up shooters and weak side attackers, they're being asked to be primary initiators and advantage creators. Mind you, against one of the best defenses in the league. How the fuck is that fair? Also, before you guys up and tell me, you guys won games without J-Dub and AJ in the regular season. Dog, we were pretty ass without both of them and just SHAI. Matter of fact, shout out to SportsFan405, but he put up a statistic. The Thunder were 11-10 when the Thunder had just SHAI out there without AJ Mitchell and J-Dub. That's really fucking ass. And 2 of those losses came from the Indiana Pacers, who were consistently tanking, and the fucking Toronto Raptors. If we can't beat those teams with that roster, what makes you think we can beat this team? And by the way, this is not me discrediting the Spurs championship or how good they are, because I still think they're a really good fucking team. Even with those 2 players healthy, they still pose our offense a ton of trouble. But it still doesn't change the fact that we were missing 2 out of our 3 elite to good creators. SHAI. SHAI. Now I get it. You were in some unfortunate circumstances. Like I said, no other ball handlers against a demon San Antonio Spurs defense, and Wemby camping at the rim because he doesn't believe in your shooters. I completely understand. And yeah, my nigga, you showed out the last game, bro. He had what, 37 points? That's how you go out, bro. I love it. That being said, bro, this is a garbage ass series. I'm just gonna be honest. Shai played some of the worst basketball I've seen him play. And before you guys tell me his playmaking and shit like that, nah, we're not gonna Jason Tatum this shit. When I'm putting your name and many other people are putting you in the likes of Michael Jordan and as one of the best on-ball scorers in NBA history, I expect you to be better than this. And that irks me. What also irks me is the fact that for the last 2 playoffs, he still has not really been efficient. And I get it, efficiency drops come playoff time. That always constantly happens with almost every star player except a couple. Still, the drastic drop from you being an ultra efficient player to mid to trash efficiency just doesn't make sense. You know, coming into this series and these playoffs, really, I thought Shai was going to be untouchable because if you look at his game and you look at the way he plays, you think that he'd be one of the best playoff performers like ever. He got an unstoppable mid-range. He can finish, drive right or left, regardless of who's guarding him. He can get by whoever he wants. And his 3-ball, though, was it's still decent. But these playoffs honestly showed me as a scorer, there's another level that he has to unlock. There's more smaller details that he has to add to his game in order for him to become an all-time great. Hopefully this loss makes him realize that, hey, my 3-ball has to be better. Hopefully this loss helps him become a better over-the-top mid-range scorer and just a better off-ball player in general. That's all I'm asking for him, honestly. And if he could do these things and a couple more things that I'm just really going to go into over the offseason, I think he could reach those heights. But for now, I'm going to start pumping the brakes on the talks that I put him in. Man, I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so speechless when it comes to this man, bro. Like, honestly, I don't even feel like saying his name with how he performed this last round. And you know, honestly, bro, this really sucks for Chet because he played so good heading into that Spurs series, man. He was one of the best playoff players in the league. He was shooting 60% from the field and like 40% from 3, scoring in multiple ways and giving teams just a bunch of trouble. Now, I get it. He didn't play the greatest defenses in the world, but still, he did a very good job. And then he saw Wemby and just shot his pants. I have never in my life seen a fall off like this, and this shit makes me so sick. And what kills me isn't even the stat line. Like, did this nigga average 10 and 7? Yeah, that's fucking disgusting. But what actually killed me was the fact that he only took 7 fucking shots a game this series. Nigga, are you fucking serious? 7 shots? 2 shots in a closeout game with the last shot being at the end of the first quarter? Are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking disgraceful. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And you're my favorite player, dog. I fucking hate that shit. And I get it, bro. You might think you're a role player. You might think Wemby is way better than you. But I want to tell you this right now, bro. You're not, Wemby might be way better than you, yes, but you're not a fucking role player. You are an all-NBA level player. You are a guy who is an all-star. You are a 3-level scorer. There is no reason a guy as skilled as you should be taking 2 shots in a fucking closeout game. Like, yeah, you lost, but what kills me the most is you didn't even give yourself the chance to fail. And in my eyes, that's what makes a nigga like you an eternal loser. This is why I cannot stand that efficiency man shit. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Efficiency is nice, but sometimes you gotta take bad shots to win games. I don't give a fuck. Chet Holmgren, you have to find ways to get good shots that aren't easy lobs and layups. Sometimes you're gonna have to get out the mud. It just sucks that you left the game in the hands of the other role players on your team. And that's fucking unacceptable in my opinion. For Jared McCain to take 10 more shots than you, bro, when his shot really isn't falling, is fucking unacceptable. So honestly, as much as I love you, Chet, I'm glad this nigga is getting slandered. I'm glad he's getting his name dragged through the fucking mud because I think he needs that to realize that you are not Clint Capella. You are fucking Chet Holmgren. You are a 20 and 10 ass nigga. Nobody, and I mean nobody in this league, should be able to stop you from being able to get a shot up. And no, I don't care about that team shit. We doing it for the team. That's not what basketball is about all the time. Yes, you want to win games, but you have to find a way to win. And that's not how you do it. Point blank fucking period. I'm done with you, nigga. Now, we're going to go into the offseason. I'm going to break this shit down. You know, smart way. Also, I do not think he should be traded because the niggas who are saying that, y'all are all stupid. He's a 24-year-old player, still getting better each and every single season. But I'm going to get on your ass, bro. I really am. Now, my last thing I really want to talk about is I want to give the role players hella credit because a lot of them just came to play. Starting off with Alex Caruso, he was amazing throughout these playoffs. Obviously, in the last game, he did not really do his thing. Shot couldn't fall, but it's all good, bro. When you're a role player, I don't expect 15 to 20 point games off of you every single game because that's not your job. But he did his shit on both ends of the court. Fucking phenomenal player. And bro, your jersey will be in the raft. Also, shout out King Queso, bro. Automatic start in my opinion next season. Out of fucking debate. And if he's not starting next season, I'm going to go to OKC and I'm going to beat the shit out of Mark Daigneault. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. Mark, you're my nigga though. I heart up and down, but you showed up. You did what you were supposed to do. Last game wasn't so great. Blocked by Luke Cornett. What are you doing? But like I said, I didn't expect you to have an amazing series, and you did better than I expected. I anticipated. So shout out to you. Jared McCain, although your shooting percentages look absolutely awful this series, I truly do respect you, my guy. Like from the bottom of my heart, I respect the fact that you were not able to shoot the rock. Please work out with Chet Holmgren and give him a piece of your confidence because he needs it. Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins. That's all I have to say. For my man Lou Dort, I'm going to keep this short and simple, We Haitian, our team making it to the World Cup. We dominate, you know what I mean? I'm happy, I'm proud, but here's the door, big dog. Love you to death. You got to go, man. I'm just going to be completely honest. This series and most of these playoffs, we've lost the minutes that he's been on the court, and there are just better players on our bench right now who should be starting over him. But for some reason, he has seniority over literally everybody. And I mean, it ended up costing us the series, if we're being honest. Speaking of that, Mark Daigneault, why the fuck did you continue to run that starting lineup that was putting us in a hole every single game? Makes no sense at all whatsoever. I get it. Like I said, Lou Dort, he does a lot for this team. He gives us physicality to start games, things like that. I completely understand. That being said, against this team, he does not have much value on either end of the court. So, Mark, that's you. Anyways, that's all I really had to say about this series. I'm not that mad that we lost, if I'm being completely honest with you. Just all the stuff surrounding it. Please, like I said, like and subscribe. Show the podcast some love. Yeah, delusional. And yeah, that's all I had to say. See y'all. Male.